Once upon a time, I was a kid who had a dream. He just wanted better than the life that he had seen. Not just for himself, but for his family and his team. Something like the movies or the shit in magazines. Always tried his hardest, they could never see. Trying to go the farthest.
How to stop caring what people think of you. Listen, caring what people think about us is an inseparable part of human nature, right? We're constantly thinking, oh, what are they going to think if I do this? What are they going to think if I wear this, if I cut my hair this length, if I do this thing? But it really isn't. And I was talking to one of my mentors the other day, and he told me about this concept called the 4 Fs. And basically what it is if they're not your friends, family, financing you, or fucking you, then fuck them, right? And it's so true, right? If they're not your friends, don't care what they say. If they're not your family, it doesn't matter what they think. If they're not giving you money on a daily basis, if they're not financing your life, what they say also doesn't matter. If they're not fucking you, again, doesn't matter. But this 4F framework only covers strangers. And the reality of it is that when you want to go start that business, when you want to start posting online, you want to start creating content, what strangers think about you isn't the thing that you're actually worried about. It's what your friends will think about you if you start posting online. It's about what your family will think, what they will say if you start that business, right? And that's what I want to talk about in today's video is how to overcome caring what your family or your friends think about you. So first, I want to start with your family, right? A lot of people's life decisions are dictated on what their parents tell them they should do. I'm 19 years old, and the amount of people that I know that are in university right now because their parents told them that's what they need to do is insane. And I talk to these people and I ask them, well, what do you want to do? What's going to make you happy? And they say something completely different than what they're studying. But the reason that they're doing it is because they don't want to let down their parents. They don't want to make their parents disappointed. They don't want to make their parents not approve of them, right? Having our parents' approval is huge. And if you don't want to go to university, if you want to start that business, if you want to do something unconventional, you're going to face a lot of resistance, especially from your family. And the truth is that they do want the best for you, right? If you tell them that business idea of yours, they might say that it's impossible. They might say it's too far-fetched or it's too hard. And that might be true, but it's only true in their reality. You see, what they think about you and what you want to do doesn't reflect you or what you want to do. It reflects them and their perception of reality. And so the amount of successful entrepreneurs that I know that had to go through this period of not being accepted or validated by their family is a lot. There's a lot of them. And at the end of the day, like I said, they just want the best for you, and you going to school, taking the safe route is what's best for you in their perception of reality. But at the end of the day, you are the only one that knows what's best for you, right? You are the only one that knows what's going to make you happy. And your parents want to see you be happy. So if starting that business and disappointing them for a year or two, not having their validation for a year or two, it's going to be tough, bro. I promise you, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But that's what's going to make them validate you in the long run, right? The sad truth is that your parents are going to die too. And one day, you don't want to be living a life where your parents pass and everything your life is built on is what they told you to do and nothing that makes you happy. It's just understanding that they want the best for you, but they don't actually know what is the best for you. And they're just trying to keep you safe. They're just trying to keep you happy. They're kind of trying to keep you healthy, but they don't really understand what that looks like for you. They have some sort of idea in their mind about their perception of reality of what it could look like for you. And they try their best to give that advice to you or oftentimes force it upon you, like many of my friends in university. But resist it, bro. Because like I said, bro, at the end of the day, you are the only one that knows what's best for you. You are the only one that's going to be on your deathbed. And you don't want to be looking back thinking, I lived this life because someone else told me to. You want to look back, you want to think, okay, I tried all the things that I wanted to do. I chased my dreams. Some of it didn't work. Some of it worked. I'm happy. I'm content with what I did with my life. I think having regret on your deathbed is the worst thing that you could ever have. There was a survey and they asked people on their deathbed, they asked them questions. And the number one response is that they wish they lived a life true to themselves, right? The amount of people that are on their deathbeds and have regrets about the things that they didn't do, not the things that they did do. And I think that's the worst type of regret. That's why I start businesses. That's why I take big risks. That's why I go up to that girl on the street. Because the worst thing that could happen is you fail, that she says no to you, that you lose all your money, but then you're at the same position that you started at. And at least you know the outcome, right? You're not going to go home. You're not going to be laying in bed that night thinking, what could have happened if I tried? What could have happened if I started that business, if I took that risk, if I asked that girl for her number? Maybe it would have worked out. So that's for family. Now I want to talk about friends. This is a tricky one, because although your friends probably love you and you probably love your friends, at the end of the day, your friends don't want to see you get too successful, because by you becoming successful, by you doing something with your life, it indirectly exposes the fact that they aren't. And this is just assuming that you're living in an average place in your hometown and your friends are average teenagers, whatever age you are. These are things I went through. And it's true, like, your friends don't want to see you get too successful, and it's sad. And the thing about it is that they aren't really your true friends then, right? If you're worried that they're going to make fun of you because you post that video, because you start putting yourself out there online or whatever it may be, they're not your true friends, right? One thing I've realized through this entrepreneurship and content creation game is hate only comes from the bottom. You'll never get hated on by someone doing better than you. And it's so true, man. Like, you always get criticized by the person that's never done the thing that you're doing. You always get hate from someone that's laying in their bed scrolling all day. But it's important to remember that your friends' opinions are not a reflection of your worth or your abilities. They're just a reflection of them and how they think and how their mind operates. 9 times out of 10, you putting yourself out there is uncomfortable for other people because they wish they could do that. You know, most people don't do it. And by you doing it, they see something that they could be, but they're not. And it breeds this sense of hatred, this sense of resentment towards you. But it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. You know, all my friends now in Bali are doing something, right? And this isn't to say that I'm not friends with my old friends, my friends from my hometown. I love them still. But my friends here, they're all doing something. They never make fun of me for putting myself out there, for doing this thing or that thing or this piece of content, whatever it may be. They're all super, super supportive because they're most likely in a similar boat. So it's helpful to surround yourself with supportive people who encourage you and your dreams and your goals, and even delusional people too, because most of these people out here that are successful in business and content creation or whatever the field may be, they're delusional. At one point, the ideas that they had in their mind seemed impossible, seemed too far-fetched. And I just want to say that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. And that's something that it took me a while to really grasp and understand. For the longest time, I didn't even believe in myself. And it took a while to get over that hump and believe that I could do things. And even if I didn't know how to do it today, I could figure out how to do it tomorrow, or I could figure out who could do it tomorrow. That's another thing, is not how, but who. Who can help you get there? Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. But it's important to remember that at the end of the day, when you go after your goals, it's going to be hard and you're going to lose friends. You're going to possibly lose family for a while. But at the end of it, when you come out successful, you're going to have real friends. When you come out successful, your family's going to be so proud of you and supportive and so glad that you defied what they were saying and did what you know is right for you and you know is best for you. I want to end off this video with this. As long as we're attached to what other people think of us, we will always be what other people want us to be rather than being ourselves. And if we abandon ourselves, we abandon our ability to truly be useful in this world. You want to be useful. You want to help your friends. You want to help your family. But the only way to do that is to help yourself first. Climb out of that hole so you can bring people out. You can't help people out of that hole if you're also in that hole. You need to be selfish for a year or two, whatever it may be. You need to be selfish, so then at the end of the line, you can be selfless. So I hope this video helps you kind of get over caring what other people think of you, or at least these are my mental processes that helped me overcome that. And it was a struggle. It was hard, but I overcame it. I remember posting my first piece of content online. That was a big step for me, really not caring what people think, really just realizing that anyone that hates me, they're not going to be a client, they're not going to be my friend, they're not going to be anyone that I really even want in my life. So their opinion, their thoughts, their criticism doesn't really matter. I hope this video helped you guys. Stay crushing it. And if you want to learn how to get from 0 to 10K followers on social media, I have a crash course. It's only 99 cents. Link in the bio. Follow me on Instagram. And I see a lot of you are watching these videos, but you're not subscribed. And it would really help me to create higher quality videos, more engaging videos, especially for the podcast, having better guests on, if you just hit that subscribe button. So subscribe, like, comment. If you have any opposing ideas, I'm very, very open to new ideas, to new ways of thought, new ways of thinking. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.